Let me ask you this finally and briefly. You attacked Labor over what happened to energy prices so far during the term. Under this plan, will anything change? Can you tell Australian voters now, will anything be cheaper in terms of their power bills in the next term if the coalition win?
We'll have more to say about the short term well ahead of the next election, Tom. But
could it only be subsidies?
If I can say, your question is just so spot on though, because 3 years ago, Anthony Albanese looked the Australian people in the eye and promised them a $275 reduction in household bills based on 3 years ago. So if he was to deliver on that, he's talking about $1,000 now. That's the shortfall from what he's promised and what some families are going through. $1,000 more expensive than what Labor promised. Guess when he said he was going to deliver it? 2025. And so, in other words, he's got 15 days to stump up with $1,000 reductions in people's power bills.
And I don't think anyone's saying that Labor
that's their challenge.
And you've criticised that. And
Chris Bowen is.
Just ask you.
Chris Bowen is. Tom, I'm sorry. Chris Bowen, with one of your colleagues, made that very clear.
Sure. Okay.
He did with one. I think it was with Laura, with one of your colleagues.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take you on that. But can I just ask expressly about your plans? Nothing in this does anything for the next term. So is the only way to alleviate power bills in the short term, as in one term, through subsidies?
So our plan in the short term is, number one, you do not close your baseload power stations prematurely. Number two, you pour more gas into the system. As you, three, continue to roll out renewables. Of those 3 points, Labor only has a plan for more renewables. It's suffocating gas, and it wants to close the baseload power stations prematurely. That's the difference, and that is why electricity prices will always be cheaper under a coalition.